You know, the important thing for me is that we teach them that they're perfect. Because we have this idea and this box of happiness. And we think that everyone has to go into that box, behave that way, and then they will be happy. And we have to allow all children to be unique, to be the best of themselves, to love themselves unconditionally, without comparing them. We have to give them the tools to sustain their own innate perfection. It has to stay there because they're all born perfect. It doesn't matter if they've got an ear missing, an eye missing, a leg missing. It doesn't matter. They're all perfect exactly as they are. And once adults start to realise their own perfection and let go of the fear, they'll stop projecting it onto the children. Oh, don't be like that. Oh, don't do that. Oh, don't feel that. Oh, you're being too this, you're being too that, you're being not enough. You should be like your brother, you should be like your sister. You know, there's so much pressure on children. You have to succeed, 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 succeed. What is success? For me, initially, it's a love of self, internal security, the power to create, to trust in yourself, to communicate. This is what's important. These are fundamental aspects that children don't have. They abandon themselves, they collapse under peer group pressure, they do all sorts of things because they have such low self-esteem, or they're so exigente. Like there's no balance. How do we find balance? By teaching them equilibrium. Teaching them. Go in. Connect. Trust in yourself. Speak your truth. Open to receive. Open to communicate. Move your emotions. Don't project them onto each other. This is what is sustainable development. Because if I fix this, I fix everything. People that love themselves don't destroy the planet. People that love themselves are not corrupt. People that love themselves don't allow other aspects of themselves to be starving in the street. People that love themselves don't abuse other people because they feel abandoned or not validated. People that love themselves create a world full of love. That's the vision of my education program.
Since I started practicing, I like a lot to be with me and to heal things. Take my consciousness to everything. Many times that isolates me from getting together with friends. I prefer to be with me. When I see that, I jump into the outside because I have to relate. But when I do it too fast, it's like I get lost from myself. How can I find an equilibrium?
You know, this is exactly why you're doing the 6 months. Because you need to solidify this experience. Like in this moment, you have this judgment, I'm separating. But you're not separating. You're just enjoying yourself. You're getting to know yourself. The separation happens when you go out and socialize. You separate from you. And what you will learn is to stabilize consciousness. So you'll be there all the time. It won't matter what you're doing. It won't matter who you're with. It won't matter what they're doing. You'll have this permanent experience. And you'll be so present in the moment, you'll enjoy whatever's transpiring. But it's like in this moment you're walking between two worlds. You know, this world of silence and this world of distraction. And you have to bring the two worlds together so you don't lose yourself in either. Yeah? Good.
How can I be calm? Which one is the limit in between surrender to a situation or to a person I don't like, or to create a new situation that will produce joy?
You know, the surrender will create the joy. Surrender's complete. It doesn't have levels. It's like enlightenment. It's complete. It's done. That's it. And surrender's like that too, because it comes from joy. It's not that I'll surrender to this point, because that's not surrender. That's a calculated, you've calculated it. Surrender lets go of everything. And as a consequence, the relationship improves because you've stopped holding a position. And that will be mirrored to you. You have to do the first action. If you have a difficult relationship, especially if it's with your parents or your brothers and sisters or someone important in your life, and this relationship's conflictive, it's always conflictive because someone wants to be right. And the minute you surrender to the love, because in reality, all you want is the love. The minute you surrender to the love, the relationship opens. You know, we have this fear that if I surrender, you're going to take advantage of me. And it's not like that. The friction stops. And when you let go, the other person's heart opens. In fact, it's the easiest way to open someone's heart. To be the actions of that which you wish to perceive externally. Let go, surrender.
I have a doubt. I'm glad to see if you can help me. Long since I practice the system and the facets. And every time I unify, I don't know when it finishes the unification and starts the sleeping time, no? I don't know if there is a way to maintain your self-anchor and the unification and not go into the sleep time. In the morning, in the afternoon, sitting and lying down. It happens always.
So you have to stand under a tree like this. But you're not allowed to hold on to the tree. You just stand there like this and you think the facets. And that way you won't fall asleep. And if you do fall asleep, you really need to sleep. Okay, I'm going to tell you the truth now. If you're sleeping when you're sitting, you need to sleep. It's not that it won't continue to work. It will continue. Don't be violent. You know, we go so deep that we fall asleep. And look at Satya. She falls asleep at everything. She can be telling a joke and she'll fall asleep. It doesn't matter. Just be gentle. We have so much stress in our bodies that we need to sleep. We need to sleep. But the sitting's the best solution. That will at least let you get through all the facets. Yeah. The tree's the last.
Hi, Isha. First, I will do something that usually I don't do in public, but this week I had a big expansion of appreciation. And I want to give you thanks to Durga, how much you give. Because the other day, when you were in the meeting feeling so bad, I really appreciated how much you give us. And I value that to all the teachers, that always they are pushing me to move forward, to all the students, to all the ones that sit in front of me when I took expression, because in each of them I saw myself. And what I was able to give as a reflection, I was giving to myself. My question is, lately I'm very present with all my emotions. And there is a part of me I don't like, and I could like to change. And suddenly it comes like a burst, and it comes the violence. And I act violently. And I don't like that. I feel it's an energy that it's not me anymore. With all that I'm feeling. And I know my consciousness expanded a lot, and I feel so much love now for people and things. But that part, it pulls me down. I don't know how to do.
I'll tell you. The thing is, it's still the ultimate parts of your ego where you feel criticized or where you need to defend. And if you can do this and dissolve it, and it's very addictive. It's habitual. You've probably been doing it since you were this big. Yeah, it's just natural for you because it's a defense. This is how I defend myself. So the thing is, you have to cut it. You have to catch it. You have to stuff it and go in. And then connect with what's really happening. When you begin, you're meant to move everything. Like move everything. Be reactive. It doesn't matter. Be the perfect victim in the beginning. But you're at a point now where that response makes you feel bad physically because it's not aligned with what you're really experiencing. So you need to take it inwards. And it will disappear. Because it's an addiction. It's that. Yeah. Huh? Yeah.